Hello, good morning, happy new moon in Leo. I wanted to drop in with a tarot card read and to talk a little bit about some things coming down the pipeline astrologically that might inform some of the read today. So I'm going to be using my new Radiant Wilds tarot deck. I've also got my cats here with me, so they might make an appearance or have something to say about it. So I will let them help with the read today. Before I jump into it, I do want to talk just a little bit about some astrology that's been happening. Well, that's not been my main focus. I've keyed into it way more because there's so much going on. I also think it will kind of inform some of the intention that we set with the cards as well today. So this month, we've had 3 planets going retrograde. Of course, the dreaded Mercury retrograde is upon us. This is a really good time to finish up old projects. So if you've been feeling the pull to complete something that has been kind of hanging out, for the last couple months, now would be a really good time to finish that. Everyone thinks Mercury retrograde means that maybe you don't do anything. That's not the case. Mercury retrograde oftentimes just means electronics might go a little bit haywire. There might be delays in projects that you have. So be mindful of that as you are considering what you want to put your energy toward the next few weeks. In addition to all of that, we also had Uranus moving into Gemini, which can be a fairly violent transition and sets the stage for a lot of big changes that will come over the course of the next 8-year cycle. I'm going to link down below a great podcast that I listened to. If you know your chart or you know your rising sign, I listened to this podcast last night and it blew my mind. It illuminated a lot of things for me and helped kind of make sense about some of the things that were to come. So I highly recommend that you look at some of the astrology and the placements coming for you, because this month in particular, there's been so much lead up this year to this moment. When planets retrograde, it kind of stifles the energy, right? And then we have planets going direct in about a month, and then we go into eclipse season. So you have all of this like pent up energy, finish your projects, maybe delays in things. Then that energy goes direct and it's like, okay, full steam ahead. And then you have eclipse season, which is like, and now we lop off the stuff that isn't working for us. It's just going to either fall by the wayside, or there's going to be big cataclysmic changes or big doors closing, like that you kind of can't go back again. So that kind of comes in September. So if you're trying to wrap your head around the energy to come, if that's useful for you, that might be something you want to think about. So again, Radiant Wilds tarot deck today. I bought this one a few months ago. I like this deck because it reads like an oracle deck, but it has the classic tarot cards. And when I say it reads like an oracle deck, to me that means the messages feel kinder, a little bit more helpful. Tarot sometimes feels like you're really, really blunt older sibling. All right, so doing a little shuffle here. Close your eyes. Take a breath. Can set some intention if there's a specific question maybe that you are looking for some guidance on, or if you're just here to receive general information, that is okay too. So again, one card for each week of the coming 4-week cycle. Always have to have my coffee. All right. So we have week 1. We have week 2. We have week 3. And we have week 4. All right. So this is kind of perfect for Mercury retrograde. We have the Death card to start with. So death is all about shedding things that no longer serve you. Death is not necessarily literal death, though it can be. I know that theme has been largely on my mind. There have been a lot of folks in the news who maybe have moved on to the other side. Perhaps you have friends or family members who have also moved on. So this feels about right. Additionally, though, the death card can be very much about rebirth too. You have to, things have to fall by the wayside. Things have to die in order for something new to grow out of it, right? When you think about the cycle of death, when your body dies and you decay and you go into the ground and you become nutrients for new things to grow out of, this is part of that cycle. So think about that. Moving on to week 2, the Wheel of Fortune. I love all the yoga symbols in this deck. So the Wheel of Fortune, what goes up must come down. This is that karmic cycle card. This is that you're at the halfway point. And for some people, that can be a huge relief. This is a card that says the only thing promised is change. So when times are good, they won't be good forever. When times are bad, they won't be bad forever. So thinking about how maybe after facing loss or after letting things go, the pain of that will change because the only thing promised is change. Moving into week 3, 4 of Wands card. In this deck, there is a pregnant woman that is depicted in front of her home. That's a beautiful interpretation, I think, of this card because the 4 of Wands is all about creating stability and family and matrimony. And again, thinking of the progression of the weeks, if there are things you have to let go of, and as you allow things to change, new happiness, new foundation, new birth. This is birth, right? We have death, and then we have pregnancy and birth. New things can come to light if you allow them to change and to grow. And last but not least, we have the 5 of Cups. In this deck, there's a very foreboding figure that's kind of floating through a desert landscape. The 5 of Cups encourages you to not only look at the things that you've lost, right? If you're only situated in a dark place, you can't see the beauty that's around you. In the classic deck, there's a man looking down at 2 spilled cups, but he can't see the 3 that are still standing. So ask yourself, is there something, are you in such a dark place, or is there something you're so maybe connected to with this death card that it's making a circle, it's making a feedback loop, it's the snake eating its own tail, and you're remaining fixated on the loss of things? Let go of that. Expand into new horizons. 3 of Wands is all about expansion. You've laid foundation, or you'll be laying foundation, right? As I said at the beginning of this with the retrogrades, going back, closing out old tasks or projects that you needed to have finished. Finish those up, let them go, and then expand into these new horizons. Don't only be sad about what no longer exists. Move into this new version of yourself, this new version of your project, this new version of your family, this new version of whatever is going to complete the cycle, right? Everything is cyclical. And this reading definitely indicates that. I hope that this was helpful. Drop me a line below if it was, and I hope that you have a beautiful lunar cycle for the next 28 days. I'll be posting, the July sound bath is sold out. Thank you so much to those of you that are coming. I'm really excited to lead it. I'll be posting one. The next one will probably be in September because I'm doing some events in August already. And yeah, reach out if you have questions or if you're curious about having your own tarot read. Take care. Have a great rest of your day. Happy new moon, and expand into all that you can be.